Architecture today is not a question of anything specific, but anything within the context of a system, or as I would argue, an ecosystem. An ecosystem can be both formal and informal, as can be observed in postmodern cities. Architecture is neither subject to moral inquisition, though it should employ ethical means. Architecture does not have to align to truth and universality, as Gianni Vattimo argued with his concept of weak ontology. Architecture is a consequence and the will of the human, just as anything man-made is of human. In other words, human environments are phenomena of conscious design and subconscious design, and everything between them as the state of the world. The conscious doing of one is the undoing of another, at the same time the subconscious creation of a third other and a fourth other, and so on. The relationship of one and other, people, environments, conditions, information, communication, and processes, is the question of practice today, which means the right and responsibility of the architect as an autonomous entity during a design process. For me, meaningful practice calls for a broader approach where multiple interests, concerns, and ambitions are constituents of the environment that must be addressed. To draw from the readings provided prior to the workshop, I identified 3 fundamental themes out of the 10 chapter topics, which is project cycle, institutions and partnerships, participation. These fundamentals are rooted in the 2 states of conscious design and subconscious design processes. By acknowledging design as a conscious and subconscious process brings to the fore the potential difference between genius-oriented practice and genius-oriented practice. That is, how various aspects pertaining to a social environment cannot depend on one individual's conscious capacity to define, determine, and implement solutions to. Without other individuals, many aspects of a socio-environmental scenario pass under the individual's subconscious capabilities, left unaddressed, while a new problematic relationship with each aspect is brought as a result. Today, many socio-environmental issues are as a cause of this layering, which are valid results of design, if only as constituents of the subconscious process of that design. Today's cities are proof of processes that suggest that other actors other than architects shape space. The scenarios that the workshop presented were not only iterative of the complex relationship between cities and people needing to access and contest infrastructural and economic opportunities, but also facilitated for an environment where the architect is transplanted through a conscious stream of other individuals, their ideas, experiences, and resources to allow as much engagement as possible between. Here, the architect is imagined as one point among others within a network where skills and resources are in redistribution. Alejandro Aravena identifies that if there's any power in design, that's the power of synthesis. Alternate practice is about this mode where the design process gathers energies and engages multiples to ask the right questions. A project simply becomes a synthesis of this whole.